Her love interest is Death, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. That is my #1 book so far this year. Probably Eternity. Is someone gonna die here? Welcome back to another video. We have a lot to talk about. Today's video I am going to do... what am I doing? To do my fall TBR. I'm going to be showing you guys all of the books I'm going to be reading this fall. Let's get started because I actually have a lot to discuss about. Just to let you know, I do not read thrillers. Not for a living. I do not read them at all. I only read romance, and I actually dip my toes into fantasy, which is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and that was amazing. So that was my first fantasy book. So I'm trying to like expand my genre instead of just romance. I don't know why, because since everything is getting decorated and there's pumpkins, the weather's cooling down. Yeah, so I don't know why I am like this year, I am like in the full Halloween fall spirit. Some of these books are probably lighter than others. I'm trying to get into it. I do not want to be scared 24/7. I don't want to get paranoid with these books. It's literally doing baby steps to thrillers, and so bear with me. Let's get into the books that I'm gonna be reading for fall. First book I have is, I'm pretty sure most of you guys read this, and that is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Guys, I know it's giving winter vibes, but it's a thriller. Does people read thrillers during winter time? I don't know. But anyways, I started reading this. I'm on page 6. I got this in Colorado in the most beautiful bookshop there is. Oh, okay. Yeah, that girl scared me. She scared me because I was like talking. When I talk about books, I zone out about books. Think you know the person you married? Think again. Things has been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. And Adam's wife writes him a letter she never lets him read until now. Self-confessed workaholic Adam Wright has faced blindness. He can't even recognize his own wife, and Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia wins a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. This weekend may make or break their marriage, but they did not randomly win this trip. One of them is lying, and someone doesn't want them to live happily ever after. Some twisted stuff here. Is someone gonna die here? I heard good reviews about this book, and I'm scared. We'll see how that goes. The next book, we have to talk about this book because I love this author so much. None other Ashley Poston. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Ashley Poston. Hi. I love The 7-Year Slip. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. That is my #1 book so far this year. Probably Eternity. I love that book. I love Clementine. Dude, I get that book right now. Go to Barnes & Noble, go to your bookstore, get The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. It's a yellow cover, has little lemons, has 2 people. It's a time travel love story. I don't want to say anymore because I do have a vlog on it, so if you want more details, more of my thoughts, more of my reactions of The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, I had to get another book of hers. I did start reading it, so you see how I have a couple of tabs. I was being a big girl, and I did text Ashley Poston. I follow her on Instagram. I was basically saying I love her work, I love her energy, I love her writing, I love everything about her, and I was hoping if I could get an arc of her next book, but I'm hoping she notices me. Anyways, so this one is also another fall book, so let's see what it's about. Romance is dead, but this isn't what she had in mind. So we have Florence Day as the ghostwriter. Cool. For one of the most romantic authors in the industry, and she has a problem. After a terrible breakup, she no longer believes in love. It's as good as dead. When her new writer, a too handsome mountain of man, won't give her an extension of her book deadline, Florence prepared to kiss her career goodbye. But then she gets a phone call she never expected to receive, and she must return home for the first time in a decade to help her family bury her beloved father. Her father's gone, yet everything still feels the same, and she hates it until she finds a ghost standing at the funeral front door, just as broad and handsome as ever. He's just as confused at why he's there as she is. Romance is mostly certainly dead, but so is her new editor, and his unfinished business will have her second-guessing everything she ever known about love stories. So that seems really interesting. And also the girl that made The Love Hypothesis, Allie Hazelwood, I haven't read any of her books, but she also said, I love this book, funny, breathtaking, and hopeful. The next book is The Grey Seer. Guys, I got this book recommendation by Heyy Fam. She actually reviewed this book, and she gave it like a high rating, and that's all I know. But anyways, so I was looking at the genre to see what this is. This is mostly dystopian, fantasy, horror, and thriller. It's perfect for the fall TBR. But this book is about no one speaks of the Grey Seer. It's forbidden. Girls are banished from the 16th year to release their magic into the wild so they could turn purified and ready for marriage. But not all of them will make it home alive. Tierney James dreams of a better life, but as her own Grey Seer's draws near. Their greatest threat may very well be each other. A YA thriller in the vein of Hunger Games and The Power. So the next one, and it's called A Touch of Melanch by Scarlett St. Clair. Actually the third book of the Hades and Persephone's like series. And if you don't know what Hades and Persephone is, it's Greek mythology, and I love Greek mythology. It is about gods and goddesses, and it's basically Scarlett St. Clair's intake of Hades and Persephone's love story, but in modern day. And Hades is the god of the underworld, but Persephone doesn't want to be in the god selection, so she decides to be undercover as a journalist, as a human being, even though deep down she is a goddess. She's actually a goddess of spring, but you go through her journey and discovering her power. And it is spicy, and I know there's multiple authors retelling their Hades and Persephone's love story also. It just doesn't hit the same as Scarlett St. Clair. She just does it. She does it so well. Highly recommend if you want to get into Greek mythology. And yeah, so the first book is A Touch of Darkness, and the second book is A Touch of Ruin. The third book is A Touch of Melanch. I know another book is coming out, which is the fourth book, which is A Touch of Chaos, but it's coming in March in 2024. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It's giving fall, thriller, mystery, murder, mystery, thriller, horror. This is giving it. Here's the fun part. This is what this book is about, alright? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. This is actually so interesting. Evelyn Hardcastle was murdered at 11 p.m. There are 8 days, 8 witnesses for you to inhabit. We will only let you escape once you tell us the name of the killer. At a masquerade ball thrown by her parents, Evelyn Hardcastle will die. She will die every day until Aiden can identify who murdered her and stop the killer. And some of those guests are more helpful than others. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle is a breathless gothic mystery that will follow one man's quest to find a killer within a mind-bending loop when no one can be trusted and nothing is quite what it seems. This is like a little bit of murder mystery, and I'm excited. We'll see if I figure it out, because murder mysteries, anything mystery and mind games, I don't really do well with those. The next book I have in my fall TBR is Bones and All. I know there's a movie. I had to read the book first. In the movie, it has Timothée Chalamet and Taylor Russell. They're both beautiful. I've seen clips on TikTok of edits of them. It's like a romance, thriller, mystery, murder. So we have Marlon Yearly is a young woman who wants the same thing as we all do. She wants to be someone people admire and respect. She hates herself for the bad things she does, for what it's done to her family and her sense of identity. She didn't choose to be this way. Because Marlon Yearly doesn't just break hearts, she devours them. Ever since her mother found Penny Wilson's eardrum in her mouth... What did I just read? Now I'm reconsidering if I should. Faced with the world of fellow eaters, potential enemies, and the prospect of love, Marlon realized she isn't looking for a father, she's looking for herself. Alright guys, so the next book that's going to be in my fall TBR is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I heard mixed reviews about this book. Should be interesting. I know it's giving like gothic, dark academia vibes, so that's why it's like perfect for this fall TBR. Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each one more interested in her wealth than her well-being. For as long as Signa has been alive, the people in her life have fallen like stars. However, Signa's best chance of uncovering the murder is an alliance with Death himself, a fantasizing, dangerous shadow who has never been far from her side. Death shows Signa that their growing connection may be more powerful and more irresistible than she ever dared. It's a highly romantic, gothic-infused world of wealth, desire, and betrayal. Her love interest is Death. How is this gonna play out? But I know there's a second book to this series, and it's literally gorgeous. If you guys read any of these books, let me know. I don't know which one to read first. I have like so many books on my fall TBR. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. So if you need to find me, I'm probably on Barnes & Nobles. Bye!